The wait is over. Final Four is here. This Friday, both national semifinals take place at Drake Stadium. At 2 p.m., New York Renegades take on Miami United. At 6 p.m., Deportivo Rose City battle Central Kansas United. 4 teams, 2 tickets to the championship. Don't miss it. Let the national playoffs begin.
From Drake Stadium on the campus of UCLA, welcome in to the UPSL Final Four, the first of 2 semifinal affairs taking place momentarily. First up, it's New York Renegades FC taking on Miami United FC. Alongside U.S. Soccer Hall of Famer Paul Caligiuri, my name is Nate Abaurrea. A pleasure and privilege to be with you wherever and however you're watching this thing this afternoon. A special hello to all fans of the Renegades back in New York and to everybody tuning in supporting Miami United. Paul, some very recent history between these 2 clubs.
Yeah, there is, and there's a history with this field. I've been here last time when I watched Brazil practice for the Copa America Championship, so it's really nice to have Drake Stadium as one of the venue as the semifinals, as we'll shift fields across the way for the final. But these 2 teams, they know each other well, and they so well they were in the semifinals in the fall season, where the Renegades from New York defeated Miami United 3-0. But speaking to Coach Tony and Coach Tom, I mean, they're familiar with each other, and they are very serious about this match today.
A lot of these players, they know each other oh so well, and some great stories coming from both sides about players playing against each other even in the off-season and various tournaments going all the way back to the teenage years. So much familiarity between these sides, and you see on the graphic in front of us right here, Renegades taking on Miami United FC. Kickoff just moments away. Deportivo Rose City and Central Kansas United going at it at 6 o'clock right here at Drake Stadium. We'll have that call for you right here on the UPSL YouTube channel. And some added incentive into these games. Obviously, the spot in the final, the biggest storyline, but also a chance for U.S. Open Cup qualification for the semifinal winners here this afternoon. So a big opportunity not only to make it into the UPSL Championship, but also to secure qualification for the U.S. Open Cup for the upcoming campaign. You see how Renegades got to this point, the pathway getting past Detroit City FC, Detroit City FC 2, I should say. The road to the finals for Renegades, and as Paul just alluded to, the reigning champions of the UPSL going back to the 2025 fall season. They won that match 3-0 against Miami United, that semifinal, before they eventually won the trophy. So looking to go back-to-back, and I don't care the level of soccer, I don't care what it takes. Going back-to-back is nothing to shake a stick at.
And it's not hard. I mean, it's very difficult to get here.
Yes.
And it's very difficult. You see some of these games ended in 1-0, 2-1, very close games getting out of bracket. But these 2 teams deserve to be here. They know each other well, like you mentioned. These players do play with and against each other in the offseason. Some are former pros, some are vying to be pros, and some are on the cusp of being pros. Any other country in the world, this would be a cup pro game, you know?
And many players, who know, trying to become the next Yan Diomande, who 3 years ago was playing in the UPSL and now 3 years later is signing for Real Madrid. We're going to take a break right now for the national anthem here at Drake Stadium on the campus of UCLA. It's the New York Renegades and Miami United with a spot in the UPSL final at stake.
Thank you.
Kickoff moments away again alongside Paul Caligiuri. My name is Nate Abaurea. New York Renegades and Miami United, a rematch of the 2025 fall season semifinal that was won 3-0 by the boys from NYC, representing the Big Apple. And what a year it's been for New York sports.
And now let's meet our respective teams. First, the starting 11. We're visiting Miami United FC.
3 years, and the spirit of the Big Apple.
Defender number 12, Preston Richards.
Here in the lower leagues of American soccer.
Midfielder number 5, Daniel Dawson.
New York Renegades.
Defender number 8, Tommy Mizrahi.
Expressing the same thing. Spirits
In goal, number
in the
1,
city right now, and they're carrying that all the way across country as they take on Miami here this afternoon.
Yeah, and they got a very diverse roster. When you think of the players, where they come from and their birth countries, and a lot of them are born here but have ancestry somewhere else. And, you know, you're facing in Miami in the same category. I mean, these two teams are very, very talented. And as you mentioned, New York is thriving right now, of course, hosting the World Cup final. The Knicks won the World Cup. They won the NBA championship. My mind's on World Cup. You know, it's all soccer. I wasn't a big basketball fan, but anyhow, the World Cup final was tremendous. It was awesome. And when you think of the World Cup final, you think of Miami because that's where Lionel Messi plays.
Indeed, it all ties together. And you saw that graphic a moment ago about the leading goal scorer in terms of New York and the likes of Junior Rosero, Rodrigo Descalso, so many great players. And some Miami United players to definitely keep an eye out for there, as you see the players and match officials getting ready for kickoff here at Drake Stadium on the campus of UCLA, a place that Paul Caligiuri, as we talked about in the opening, knows pretty well. We get to the New York Renegades FC starting lineup now. Edwards in goal, that back line of Garcia, Campos, Cáceres, and Woods. Milton Campos, Rivas, and Matthews Cariel in the three-man midfield. Sebastian Ruiz, Junior Rosero, and Rodrigo Descalso. That three-man front line was talked up quite a bit by not only the New York Renegade staff, but also the opponents in talking about having to defend that. Acerbi is the goalie for Miami. Gutierrez, Collazo, Luna, and Richards across the back line. Cachabue, Daza, Mizrahi, and Peralta in the midfield. And Freyan and Fajardo up front in a classic 4-4-2 setup. It's going to be a bit of a three-man diamond for New York Renegades on the other side. And again, all that familiarity between these two teams. Sometimes you can almost over-prepare for the other team, do a little bit too much scouting. I'm excited to see a kickoff here and to see what goes down.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. I mean, you can over-prepare, and rather than sticking to your own game, but you clearly see in the formations alone 4-3-3 versus the 4-2-2. So, you know, Sebastian Ruiz, man, 28 years old. You know, this guy's a phenomenal player already, and, you know, he's going to lead this team in every aspect of the game.
And I love that the leading scorer of any team remaining of any player within any team remaining in the Final Four of the UPSL, 16 goals on his campaign. Franco Acerbi, the Miami United goalie, he's going to be the one trying to keep those goals out here at Drake Stadium this afternoon. And saved 2 penalties and scored his to qualify Miami United to the finals. You saw that 6-5 penalty shootout victory for Miami to get here. Fine margins in football, eh?
He's from Argentina, Cordoba. I actually went there with the Los Angeles Galaxy. We played against Cordoba. I mean, it's phenomenal to see these players and the talent that's out there today, and it's an exciting semifinals. It's easily could be the national championship based on this quality, but certainly we're going to see later this evening.
And no disrespect to Central Kansas or to Deportivo Rose City, but that has been thrown around by a lot of people who follow this league, that you almost wanted to see these two teams a la France and Spain in the World Cup this summer. You almost wanted to see these two teams in the final, but hey, all it means is that we have one heck of a semifinal on our hands. The Final Four is finally about to kick off. New York Renegades attacking from left to right on your screens here in the first half. Miami United attacking from right to left in the pink and dark blue. New York Renegades in the dark colors to the left. And we see in the center circle, Junior Rosero, ready to get us underway. Nate Abaurea and Paul Caligiuri coming to you live on the UPSL YouTube channel. A pleasure and privilege to be with you. It is time to see who gets into the final. 90 minutes, maybe more. We are underway. New York Renegades and Miami United in a rematch of the 2025 fall season semifinal. saw Renegades win 3-0 en route to winning it all and looking to go back-to-back. We talked about that in the opening. It doesn't matter what level of football you're talking about. Winning back-to-back championships is just something that deserves a tip of the cap. They're not there yet. They still got to win 2 more games in order to accomplish that feat. New York Renegades, definitely a team that's been having a target on their back for quite some time. This one is headed out at the back by Geronimo Luna. And Miami with their first bit of possession on a very wide pitch here at Drake Stadium. One of the bigger pitches that we have seen here this season. Geronimo Luna peels it back to Acerbi. Miami, again, you talk about that diverse makeup within the squad. Not only representative of the United States as a whole, but very representative of Miami and of the South Florida region. Had a great chat with some of the staff from Miami earlier this week and earlier this morning as Acerbi clears this one with the right foot high into the afternoon sky here at UCLA, the alma mater of the man sitting next to me, Paul Caligiuri. Renegades back with possession now. Over on the far side. And here's a good ball in. And the first corner of the game is going to go to the boys from New York City.
Well, yeah, he had Rosero wide open in the middle there had he completed that pass. Both these keepers are very interesting because they're very solid with their feet, both Edwards and Acerbi. And they tend to slow down the game, but if nothing's on and they get some pressure from the strikers, they'll send it 60, 70 yards on the dime.
It's good to be able to do both. Sometimes you see goalkeepers nowadays try to play with their feet or think they can play with their feet and get themselves into hot water that could have been avoidable. Always good to still have that good old school boot it clear when needed. Here's a flick at the near post. And it goes up and over Rodrigo Descalso with the first still chance of the game. Old school
boot it clear. Right foot flick near post. Clearly,
here's a flick at the near post.
The Renegades know exactly where to run, what they're doing. They're going for that near post flick on. You mentioned the standard of goalkeepers these days. You have to be good at your feet, almost like you have to be a converted field player to go play goalkeeper these days. And certainly, you touch on a very sensitive topic after the World Cup, of course, where this is the demand of this quality of the stages and level of soccer.
Sensitive topic to any U.S. men's national team fans in particular. The events that took place up in Seattle against Belgium. But all around the world, again, you talk about goalkeepers having to play with their feet, but then sometimes not having the old school philosophy that Paul was bringing up. When in doubt, get it out. Hate to sound too 1990s here, but that was what I grew up with, was when in doubt, boot that thing clear as a goalkeeper. And now it's a little bit in between.
Well, both Edwards and Acerbi, Acerbi for Miami United and Edwards for Renegades, they are comfortable with their feet. They'll take more touches. They're not in fear of hitting a ball on the dime as we see right now.
That was on cue. Acerbi with a beautiful ball outside. And eventually it clips off the foot of Braxton Richards. And from Jamaica, Braxton Richards, the player who was talked up quite a bit by both the Miami United coaching staff and a few people around the UPSL we had a chance to talk to. Doing scouting before these Final Four affairs. Excited to see the Miami number 12. He's already been moving around quite a bit. See him taking up a almost central defensive position, working out wide. A lot of fluidity within this Miami team. You saw that baseline 4-4-2 setup, but we've already seen quite a few players shuffling around early on in this game. Fifth minute and we're scoreless.
It's interesting. He's being forced into the middle a little bit, but he is a left back.
Up the wing, chopped out. And the ball from the throw with the boys from New York City.
I know it's early on in the match, but it's just a little curious of, are they feeling each other out, how they're going to come, are they going to high press, low block, whatever, but it clearly seems like the ball is traveling more vertically than, across the field horizontally. More direct play than, side to side.
A wise football manager once said if you wanted football to be played in the clouds. If God wanted football to be played in the clouds, he'd put grass up there. Let's get this thing back down on the ground. R.I.P. Brian Clough. Is Miami United heading that one clear. It was Juan Manuel Collazo with his first defensive contribution of this young game. 6th minute, scoreless here at Drake Stadium. Most of the possession has been with New York in the Miami half. However, hardly a chance has come from it, other than that half chance on the flick off the one corner kick of this game. Hold up over on the far side. Left wing for New York. More contact, but Cáceres fights right through it. Now out here in Dylan Woods. Dylan Woods tries to clip into the area. It's going to be an easy haul in for Franco Acerbi. Acerbi, I think Paul's had as many touches as anybody in this game thus far. Long ball up top. Trying to find Santiago Fajardo. Renegades back with the ball now. Some late contact. It's an interesting dynamic between these two teams. We talked about it in the build-up. A lot of friendships off the field, but as far as on the pitch, no love lost between these two teams. They definitely refer to each other as rivals, albeit rivals with respect. We'll see how long that holds up today. New York Renegades trying to cycle that thing out to the right wing. Miami back with it now. Pink and blue attacking from right to left on your screens here on the UPSL YouTube page here in the first 45. New York get it back and almost giving away a cheap corner kick, thankfully rescued by Eric Edwards. Edwards finally getting a touch 7 minutes into this contest, given away in the middle of the park. Luis Peralta flips forward. Fajardo can't get it out from underneath his feet. New York back with the ball at the feet of Rivas. Rivas, beautiful ball over the top. Long chase. Tough first touch there for Descalso. Descalso through, Descalso through, Descalso shoots, and it's pawed away by Acerbi. Not sure if that one was on goal, but still a decent contribution there from the Miami goalkeeper. Another chance for New York. Offside flag stays down. Last-ditch defending from Miami prevents the opening goal of this contest. They say it goes out for a throw on the far side, Paul.
Yeah, and a bit ambitious to take that shot here near post. He's definitely trying to get near post, kind of sneak it into the back post, but, you know, I don't think he had any other options. And
that was a great challenge in the end there by Collazo.
Yeah, a great recovery to even clear the ball out for the throw.
So throw on the far side for New York. Commentary position here at Drake Stadium, a la the old Olympic Stadium in Munich, just a wee bit back from the playing surface. Anything on that far side? Just want to give a phone call to somebody to check in. Here is New York, working it back a little closer to us than the commentary gantry. Dylan Woods. Cáceres. Reigning champions. Working this thing around. They beat this Miami team 3-0. Semifinals. Back last season. Cheap giveaway to the feet of Noah Gutierrez. Miami with a little time on the ball. Back to Acerbi, who has certainly had more touches of the ball than any other player on the field.
Yeah, it's in the 10th minute, and Miami has generated virtually no attack yet. And I think it's difficult for the two strikers up top for Miami United to get pressure on the ball. And it's even though that Miami has an extra player in the midfield, they're not getting pressure on the ball in the direct play from the Renegades. Is really keeping Miami locked in the back. They were able to virtually get no attack.
Almost trapped into it, as Paul's talking about. Backs against the wall. Right now, the ball at the feet of Eric Edwards. And Edwards is going to almost play that one out, and it does go out. So here you go. Albeit somewhat gifted Miami finally have a bit of possession. Just into the New York half. 11th minute here at Drake Stadium on the campus of UCLA. You see the shout out to Guido Cachabue. Fans from Miami. And there is a foul on the right attacking wing for New York, and it's an unfortunate one for Braxton Richards. He definitely got a piece of the attacker there, and it'll be the first yellow card of the game in the 11th minute.
You know, the striker goes down easy, you know. He gets definitely kicked, and it is definitely a yellow card on Braxton Richards. But had he not fallen, you're on the way. There's daylight, right? So he heads it down, and right here, if he keeps going, you could see there's daylight into goal. And they had the numerical advantage as well, so I'm not sure if he had to fall or not, and had he not, could have had a goal-scoring opportunity there.
As it stands, he's tripped up and draws a yellow card from an opponent. And they're going to treat this certainly like a menacing set-piece opportunity. 12th minute, chance to send one into the area. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 black shirts to aim for. It's lofted up high to the far post. Should be an easy one for Acerbi. It was a poor service in the end of it, and an easy catch for the star of the show early on for Miami United. He hasn't had to make anything all too spectacular save-wise, but he's been good with the feet. Handy as well.
Only that near post save on his kick, but it, you know, it's virtually a bad angle, you know, to try to sneak it in their back post. But
it was a lovely little interchange here from Miami. First bit we've seen. Up to the target forward as we're talking about. Miami trying to just string together a few passes for the first time in this game. And now with a chance to get through, it's Peralta. Peralta fighting through contact, trying to get the ball from underneath his feet. Peralta has to throw a little Johan Cruyff move, and does he win a corner? No, it goes off of the corner flag. Would you believe that?
What's that probably?
No throw, no corner, instead off the flag. Miami keep the ball on the throw.
It's a great matchup right there. Peralta against Woods on the right side and the left side here for Miami United.
I mean, you saw that was right out of a book you'd love to read there. A good, strong attacker going against a good, strong outside defender. And it kind of effectively ended up in a draw between the two of them. New York Renegades quickly back in possession. Lovely last-ditch defending there as they press forward.
Great ball.
A chance here, and it's going to be a corner. Second corner of the game going to New York Renegades.
That's just a great through ball. You know, one touch. You're isolated 1v1. You got to try to take it on.
Sebastian Ruiz fighting through there for New York.
You wonder if they're going to go near post again.
It definitely seems like something they've been working on. I saw it. Everybody really rushing that near post. They do. They go near post again. Does it trickle through? No, it goes off of a Miami defender and out for another corner kick, the third here in the opening 14 minutes for New York.
I get it. You catch the team on the surprise, you know, go near post, flick on, maybe catch the team sleeping. But, you know, by now, if they go near post again, maybe you think about switching it up.
Plenty to aim for in there. Everybody back for Miami. It's to the near post again, Paul, and it's headed out. Well, they must be loving what they were working on the training ground. Here's another ball in, and it is scooped up on a difficult short hop there by Acerbi.
Yeah, they're going for Del Caso on the near post and every time.
They got numbers. It's 2v3 the other way, and now support coming. But great recovery. Or will it be a chance for Freyan? And it's laid off. It's not going to amount to anything for Miami. A bit of a let-off there for New York.
Yeah, but there's some hope now in Miami. They got some blood going here, and you know it's about that time, 15 minutes into the match, that you start seeing maybe the tempo changes and the momentum shifts.
Reaching the 15-minute mark here at Drake Stadium, UCLA. Special hello to everybody tuning in. Miami and the South Florida region. Remember, people tuning in down in Argentina as well, supporting on the multiple Argentine internationals on this Miami United team. Shout out to everybody tuning in from New York City as well. Two phenomenal, diverse, passionate sporting markets.
And 2 weeks ago, we saw the women's national championships, and the Miami team took home the championship as well. So Miami's rich with talent, both on the men's and women's side.
Absolutely. Both the men's and women's sides, all age groups, multiple sports. South Florida, always in the mix. But here's a chance for New York. Oh, it's lovely stuff, and it's going to be cleared out at the last for another New York corner kick.
Oh, central midfielders from the New York Renegades are making some great through balls. I mean, that was a nice one-touch trying to find his teammate. But
it was a lovely little clip in the end by Rosero. You wondered there if Rosero would have taken that down himself, been a little bit more selfish and tried to have a go at goal, but he went for the first time, little flick forward there. And at the last,
what we're seeing with Miami United defensively is they got great recovery speed, and they complement each other really well. It's just a matter of if they kept this same momentum going for the Renegades the entire time, is there going to be a mental lapse? Is there going to be finally a breakdown? And, of course, on the flip side, Miami United's going to generate some more offense.
Matthews Cariel out swinging with the right foot on the corner for New York. This one's high into the air, headed out by Richards. And an audacious little back heel attempt in his own half there by Freyan. It's going to come all the way back to Cariel. Cariel has it blocked. Miami a chance with it again. A big swing and a slice, and that one was sliced so bad it's going to go out for a throw instead of a goal kick, which is, in essence, kind of a break for New York. Have a chance to pin them deep here.
Yeah, it looks like they're dropping off.
Well, no high press. We'll see. 18th minute here at Drake Stadium, UCLA. No goals yet. A couple of half chances for New York. Nothing really to write home about for Miami in this game, but I think, as far as what we talked about with the Miami staff and what we've seen thus far, you could say kind of going according to plan for Miami United. Still scoreless game, and thus still anyone's game. New York well known for their attacking depth. The likes of Ruiz, Rosero, and Descalso. Still goose egg as we approach 18 minutes gone. A big thank you to Voigt, the official match ball provider for the UPSL. Voigt well represented here at Drake Stadium this afternoon. Rivas fighting for it for New York. It's going to go out for a throw. Played out there by Cristian Garcia. New York Renegades and Miami United. Deportivo Rose City in central Kansas will do battle at 6 p.m. Pacific time later this evening. The winner of that will play the winner of this one in the Gran Final on Sunday night here at UCLA. The losers of both of these games will still have an opportunity to play for a medal, play for third place.
Santiago Freyan is asking, hey, ref, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? He just backed up into the guy.
Looked pretty fair from way up here. Richards knocks this one down. Now another chance here for Descalso. Rodrigo Descalso has it knocked away. Peralta has to be careful here. No foul. It's kept in. Richards can't knock it away, and now this one is going to be cleared partway out to this near right wing. Just down in front of us. Cáceres slices it back into the middle of the park.
It ends up being a great ball, but I don't think that was intentional at all.
I'm sure you had a few of those in your career. The one that came off and you just claimed that you did it on purpose.
Right.
Coming up on 20 minutes gone. Miami hoping to keep this thing scoreless. It's really been All the possession inside their own half. Offside flag stays down, and it's the first big chance there, and it comes to nothing as it trickles away from the feet of Rosero, Paul.
Oh, what a great ball and an excellent touch, but he doesn't get anything on it. But, you got to give Miami's defense, again, Geronimo Luna. He comes back, and his recovery is unbelievable. It doesn't allow the shot to come off with quality.
And Paul, we talked about this lengthy field here at Drake Stadium, spotlighting the recovery speed. I mean, it's been a huge storyline in this game thus far for Miami.
And I just think it's going to wear on the center backs. It's going to wear on the defense. So you can't just keep having a one-way street here. And for most of the game, like you mentioned earlier, the game's been played in the Renegades' half.
Long ball, somewhat aimless, is going to roll all the way to Eric Edwards.
And you bring up a good point. Maybe this is the strategy. Maybe this is the tactics to keep the Renegades not from scoring in the first half, whatever it is, and come back with a different strategy. I'm not discounting Miami United's abilities nor their ambition here to win this game. But Renegades are a very, very good team, and if you leave certain players open, they will
Here
penalize.
you go. There's a ball over the top. Richards again has to recover, facing his own goal. It's going to come back down with Descalso. Descalso with Richards in front of him. Sends in a ball to the back post. There's no runners there. Chasing it down is Ruiz. Ruiz gets there. It's 1v2 in the corner. Tries to peel back to a teammate. He does keep it in bounds. And New York maintain possession. Back in the center of the park in Carriel. And bluffs a shot and works it out to Cáceres, who never had himself in full control. And the Argentino blasts this one high, over and out.
I've had a few of those too at center back, by the way.
I mean, the temptation for any center back in the world when you get in that position.
Hey, when you find yourself that far up the field, you got to do something.
You want it.
Well, not only do you want it, you don't want to lose the ball either. When in doubt, shoot.
Well, you're an interesting one in your career. You grew up playing up top and then didn't convert into defense until actually into your late teens, early 20s. Is that true?
Right here at UCLA.
Yeah.
Converted me at the center back. Long story behind it, but anyhow, I didn't play center back till I was 18, 19
years old, yeah.
And then, of course, in Europe, I played in the midfield and in the national team, right back, left back, center back. They couldn't figure out where to put me.
There was a certain day in November of 1989 in Trinidad and Tobago where that shooting prowess came in handy.
Well,
the U.S. men's national
that game I played center midfield.
Well, there you go.
I was a little bit everywhere.
A little bit. Wherever you needed them. From the late 80s all the way to the, call it early 2000s.
Your memory's better than mine.
And then you need a coach in the college or professional ranks in the next few years. Paul was still your man. Now you need a color commentator. He's the one to call. The ultimate utility player.
One of my greatest achievements as a coach was winning the national championship for UPSL with Orange County FC.
Indeed. Shout out to OCFC. What a story that was.
Right.
The 2023 championship. Had a great time.
So I can appreciate it. I mean, these guys reaching the Final Four, and, we had to get by Rose City at one time and one of the teams from Kansas. So
and here's a big chance for Miami. Look out. Oh, the whistle goes. Offside flag up on the far side.
But this is what Miami United can do. At the right moment, they can combine up top in the final third, and they do that. A simple layoff, but, yeah, he has the flag up early.
So I think the offside there as the ball had trickled forward to the feet.
Yeah, regardless, Eric Edwards had that.
Yeah. Edwards did make the save in the end. That's the first thing he'd tell you. Any goalkeeper said, hey, it wouldn't have mattered. I had it saved. But first, even though the offside flag was up there, it wouldn't have counted. A bit of a fright put into New York, really for the first time all game here 24 minutes in. Miami showing that they can do something in attack. A little over the halfway point of this first half. Long day of soccer ahead of us here at Drake Stadium, UCLA. 0-0 between New York and Miami. Deportivo Rose City in central Kansas. Matchup of Portland v. Wichita. Taking place later this evening here at the University of California, Los Angeles. Another offside flag up against Miami.
Yeah, and both those other semifinalist teams are very good. Can't discount either of them out.
Absolutely not. You made it this far for a reason. Well, the long ball was on, but Edwards hits his own teammate and gives the ball right back to Miami. And there's an open man here on this far side. Look out for Peralta. Peralta through. Still Peralta. Peralta curls to the far post, and it goes wide. And Eric Edwards, the most relieved man in the whole building, as he puts his hands up.
This is a great ball. And you look at Peralta, he's in. I mean, right here, he could take the left-footed shot. He looks to cut back outside of right foot and tries to bend it back post. But you wonder, can you take or should you take the left-footed shot? Right there. But it doesn't look like he had that in mind at all based on the way the ball was touched or bouncing.
Well, hindsight 2020 definitely says that he should have hit it with the left
He
foot.
had no intention. Based on that second, third touch, no intention for Peralta to bang it left foot far post.
Tried to chop it inside. No, that was a bad giveaway and a chance for New York. And a weak shot in the end of it from Descalso. And so a couple of defensive miscues from both sides, both teams getting off the hook, Paul. Richards has it knocked away. Descalso playing with a little anger. Gets a nutmeg. He's back on the end of it. Still Descalso. Still Rodrigo Descalso. Peeled back to the middle. Dylan Woods knocked away. Miami with a chance here. Half-hearted cries for a handball. Miami pick up the pieces. Cristian Garcia. Pardon me. Daniel Daza. Santiago Freyan.
The game's opening up a little bit now.
Definitely. Hoping to see a few more chances for both sides. Eric Edwards bounces out to the left wing. Oh, that's a brilliant ball over the top. Could be a big chance here. Oh, and the goalkeeper, Acerbi, getting knocked off, and it's just a common foul.
Yeah, I don't think it warrants a yellow card.
But
I mean, Rosero goes for the ball. He's going to have a little discussion with him. But, you know, he has to wait. He has to wait. You don't know what's going to happen. He just turns his back. I mean,
yeah, not a whole lot there.
Nothing
you understand the foul, but Acerbi is staying down, so not a great sign here for Miami. After watching the World Cup, we're right in hydration break territory, so maybe a little strategic stop to give his boys some water.
I thought it was a great play from both players, you know. When you really look at this foul right there.
Well, this was going
really
back to the potential chance for Descalso. He couldn't get anything on it in the end. That little contact there might have been enough from Geronimo Luna to keep Rivas from getting a touch through straight onto goal.
And Descalso on the right side, you know, he's been really effective. He's had that chance earlier in the game, about the 6th minute where he shot near post.
That ball there, first time out the air.
Yep, I think this is good.
A little bit of the nudge there maybe from Rosero for the foul, but I see what you're saying. And
he's got to wait for the ball. The ball bounces outside the box, and then you're anticipating what is the keeper going to do. And the keeper makes a great play. You know, he times it well, jumps up, focuses, and keeps his hands on the ball. And, you know, there's contact.
It is a contact sport, after all.
But I don't think it was a violent play from either player.
Not at all. Well, there's some generational discussions, Paul, as far as goalkeepers being a protected species nowadays compared to as recently as just a decade or two ago. And think about what goalkeepers used to have to go up against.
I disagree. I think keepers have always been protected. I mean, they come out there and deck players, and they're outside the 6-yard box. I mean, you got to ask yourself, what's the 6-yard box for? Half the time they come outside the 6 and they're decking players, and it's like, oh, the foul's on the forward or the offensive team. So, you know, to all my wonderful goalkeeper friends and former teammates, I love them all, but yeah, they have it easy.
Shout out Tony Miola. Shout out Casey Keller. Shout out Brad Friedel.
Yep, Jurgen Sommer, Brad Friedel. I've had some of the best.
And Paul Caligiuri says you were all overprotected from the dawn of time.
Tim Howard, it's another awesome goalkeeper.
He did pretty well. Pretty good career. Apparently someone wants a shout out for Matt Reese. Wonder if it was a Matt Reese lookalike telling us to give that shout out.
Jorge Campos.
Did you play with Campos or just against him?
Both.
Okay.
When he played for Mexico against him and for the Galaxy.
For the Galaxy, you guys were teammates with the Galaxy. Phenomenal. the great El Brody, Jorge Campos. One of the most entertaining players in not only North American, but international soccer history. The great Jorge Campos. Beloved here in Los Angeles as well for his time with the Galaxy. Obviously by any fans of El Tri or any of the Mexican League clubs that Campos played for. Also one of the great strikers of his era as well. A lot of people don't know that about Jorge Campos. Here's a big chance for New York. It's going to be cleared partway out there by Collazo. And Miami have a chance to break the other way, but great recovery from the Renegades. A lot of contact out there. Great ball forward. Descalzo, Descalzo! Goal! Rosero, Rosero with the final touch. Rosero makes it 1-0 for New York Renegades FC.
Nice ball from Del Caso to Rosero. And an excellent finish. He took that really well. And I was just waiting for Junior Rosero to break out. I mean, he has the speed. He hasn't really had the open play, but look at that ball. Split through, first touch, plenty of time. Elects to go near post and slots it home. Really patient, calm, and that's a sign of a great goal scorer. That ball, through ball, is really what's dangerous all the time in the world. Meg's the keeper.
32nd minute. And Junior Rosero breaks the deadlock with the first goal of the Final Four. 1-0 New York.
Junior Rosero is one of the marquee players in all of UPSL and has the sights of Major League Soccer teams are talking about this player.
A calm finish. Just slipped past the onrushing Acerbi. Junior Rosero, great build-up, one ball there. Descalzo helping out in the build-up, and it was indeed Junior Rosero. Christening the scoreboard here at Drake Stadium. Final Four Friday, and a nasty clash. We'll see what the decision's going to be from the referee here. Chance to see this one on replay. This one did not look pretty. Didn't get a chance on that angle. Right there.
It's just the landing right there is really brutal.
It was Gariel. Looked like taking the worst of it, but the Miami player, it's difficult to see who that was. For the boys in pink and blue. Get one more look at it here. That was Collazo. Collazo and Gariel, both coming off a little worse for wear after that one, and hopefully everyone okay. As you see the wide shot of the alma mater of the man sitting next to me. A lot of memories flowing through your brain as we were walking from the parking garage through the old statues of the great John Wooden, the homages to the great Jackie Robinson. You were telling me stories of watching Reggie Miller shoot three-pointers. My goodness.
I taught him how to shoot, by the way.
You taught him how to shoot threes, that's right. Well, you're old enough, that was barely the three-point line being invented.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Troy Aikman was here during my time.
My goodness.
Another legend.
Phenomenal sporting lineage. Great athletic legacy here at UCLA. In this stadium here, Drake Stadium, so many great Olympic-level athletes have trained track and field, competed within this stadium. And Paul talked about something in the opening. The amount of international soccer players and international soccer squads, great clubs and national teams of world football that have trained on this field. It's another very cool aspect historically as far as that kind of ghostly effect here, knowing
they like
some of the individuals who've been out here before.
The privacy, right?
Indeed.
Obviously, the area we're at in Southern California is super nice. Westwood, Beverly Hills, Brentwood and things of that nature, but really, it's the privacy you get with the trees and the stadium and the confinedness. And in these days, when Brazil comes here around Madrid, they don't want teams, with their drones or videoing them trying to get the edge on how they're going to come out.
Just having a little curtain up around your training area. Brazil, the most recent of the high-level international squads to train here at Drake Stadium. It was back in 2024. Preparation for the Copa America. Well, the World Cup just ended, but Copa America 2028 feels like that's just around the corner. Foul in the midfield.
And it's the natural
Miami.
grass, you know. It's a soccer specific. You know, there's not a bunch of different lines on the field, and you know the UPSL wants to have that experience for these teams as well. So they do their best in trying to find the best possible field you can.
Lovely pivot and a lovely ball out wide, and another chance for New York. It's going to end up with their 5th corner of the game. It's Dylan Woods flying up that right wing paw, and look at this pass right here. That first touch, and then with the outside of the right foot, Milton Campos.
And it's a wonderful touch, you know, and he gives that body fake of deception that takes the first touch to his left foot, but he elects to do it the outside of the foot, which is class.
One of the most aesthetically pleasing things in the game, the tres dedos pass or shot, the outside of the foot. 5th corner for New York. It goes near post. Oh, cries of handball against the attacking team.
And I like that you mentioned that, because you think of one of the best players, if not the best player currently in the world, is Rodri. And this guy one time touched 102 times the ball in the game and 99 completed passes. I mean, it's phenomenal. And it's great because a lot of fans and people do appreciate the pass. It's not just the finish.
The pass. Rodri bringing the pass back. You gotta love it. A lovely knockdown here, and a chance for Freyan. Freyan just never fully had himself under control, and he blasts it high and wide with the left foot.
He brings it down well, but that first touch goes a little wide, but certainly he has a great left foot. He goes near post, upper V. It doesn't miss by much. I mean, running away from the play.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, it is a tough one.
Also a big sign of respect there from Fajardo, that bringing that down with kind of the shoulder chest area and playing Freyan through. That was one of the more impressive touches of the football that we've seen here in this first half.
Yeah, and it looks like they brought Freyan to the left side and shifted Peralta more in the middle.
And Paul, Miami's coming into the game. You got to say, over the last few minutes, they have definitely looked a little bit more alive than they have early on. And here we go.
Now you have to.
Stringing passes together. They're playing from behind. Freyan has a chance. All the ball had to come back to Freyan. He would have been through on goal instead. Attacker could not get it out from underneath his feet. It was Fajardo struggling to get it back to Freyan. But there was that touch we were talking about moments ago. Love that from Fajardo. Doesn't amount to anything on the score sheet, but it was an aesthetically pleasing moment within this first half.
It's interesting how Freyan shifted to the left a little bit more and Peralta in the middle. Change it up.
Another ball in the air. Descalso with Richards on a yellow defending him, and Richards makes a crucial challenge there. And Paul, that's a position as a left back that you've been in countless times, on a yellow, having to make a tackle to prevent an attacker.
You have to, and you're isolated 1v1 with space in behind you. It's not easy.
And if you get it at all wrong, you could be sent off, you could be dropping your team to 10.
And you're playing against Picasso, a guy that likes to take you on.
And
but he's not going to let up.
And you have to make that play. It's one of those all risk, not a lot of reward, and you better make it right.
And they're coming on the right side.
Here we go again. Descalso coming in from the right wing. Bit of a let-off there for Miami as Descalso plays it off of Daza. And out for a New York throw. Nate Abarea and Paul Caligiuri with you here on the UPSL YouTube channel. 1-0 New York. 32nd minute goal from Junior Rosero. Slipping it past neatly past Franco Acerbe. A lone tally of the afternoon. New York, you got to say, has been the better team, but the gap has not been nearly as wide as it was for the opening half hour. Over the last 9 minutes or so, Miami has really come into this thing. Of course, they got the goal, New York, 7 minutes ago. Looking to get another one. Richards, well defended. New York sticking with it. Out left, Sebastian Ruiz. Ruiz tries to clip it in for Garcia, making an overlapping run. This one is knocked out by Gutierrez. Freyan and Peralta. It was Peralta drawing the foul there.
Yeah, nice. He uses his body really well to shield the ball, and he draws the foul.
40 minutes gone. 5 minutes plus whatever's added on left here in the first half. And 95 degrees, 94.6. We're rounding up. We'll call it 95. They say it feels like 100 plus. We were down on the field pregame. Certainly agree. It felt like triple digits down there.
This time of year, I don't think any team has the advantage here. I mean, Miami, it's hot. New York's hot. It's hot everywhere. But, you know, the one thing about this weather, it's dry.
And it was interesting that you bring exactly that up, because we heard that from both coaching staff saying, hey, we're used to humidity. We're used to the heat where you're getting sticky. The sweat's just constantly coming up, where it's almost a breath of fresh air, so to speak, for these teams from the East Coast here during the summer playing in this type of heat. But, of course, they're both from places who deal with that humid East Coast heat. So here they are, the neutral site, Drake Stadium, UCLA. Lovely run forward. And out to Peralta. Daza to the right. Oh, here's a big chance now. Out for Miami. Fajardo shoots. It's blocked. Second chance for Miami. Oh! Luis Peralta equalizes for Miami in the 42nd minute. And after a first half that's seen New York dominate possession and have the lion's share of the chances, one strike makes it 1-1. Peralta, the man with 9-9 on his back, and it's 1-1 here at Drake Stadium.
Yeah, give Ferrara a very big good shout out. I mean, he turns the ball with his right side and lays that ball off for Peralta. But Peralta does everything from that point on. You know, he does this little fake shift. Oh, this time he doesn't go far post, he goes near post and buries it.
Edwards, nothing he could do. Edwards frozen to the center of his goal. The eyes had everybody thinking he's going far post there. Blast to the near post, and it's 1-1. Would you believe it?
I do.
You said, I mean, we've been talking about it. Over the last 7, 9, 10 minutes, Miami has really opened up and come into this game, and credit to them. You wonder where this was for the opening half hour or so, and they are definitely showing that they're out there for a reason. They are in this semifinal looking to win, not just looking to defend and try to get to extra time and penalties. They have come back into this game. They've shown their attacking prowess here in the last few minutes, and they're pressing for more. This would be incredible. It's Peralta again. Peralta still takes himself just a little bit too wide, but he's still on it, Peralta. He goes down. Did he win a corner? No, goal kick. Whew. My goodness. An emotional last few minutes. The star of the show, Luis Peralta for Miami.
You know, give
Cachabue.
He made that run ambitiously to lead to the goal to begin with. He shows ambition, he shows risk, and he keeps doing it, and he keeps looking for Peralta in the attack.
Peralta, the man to look for right now, whether you're a Miami player or you're a fan watching. Offside flag stays down. Miami wanted it up. Drive from distance was dipping, but it was always going to end up high off the foot of Rosero.
Yeah, the goal scorer, Rosero, he was surprised. It looked like when he took his first touch right there, he goes, am I offside? But, you know, give this guy credit. I mean, he's been on point all game.
Descalso.
Yeah, driving inside from the outside, playing it wide, right here. Little hesitation. See, oh, I'm on. And all he could do afterwards is do what? Shoot.
But again, I love the credit to Descalso there. You see the cut into the middle of the field. Defender's on his back. Plays a good ball forward for Rosero. And that was the connection that led to the opening goal of this game. That Descalso to Rosero front line link up for New York Renegades, who had a 1-0 lead for about 10 minutes before Miami found their equalizer, courtesy of Luis Peralta. Brilliant right-footed finish to the near post. New York 1, Miami 1. So we come up on 45 minutes gone in this semifinal contest. Waiting to see.
Your attention, please. The fourth official on the sideline has indicated a minimum of 6 minutes of
Six
added time
added
will be
minutes.
added to
How
the
about
end of
that?
the first half.
We
6
had those
minutes of
2
added
injuries.
time to the end of the first half.
Good team defending down there in the corner from Miami. Sees Daza. Boom, this one clear towards midfield. Lovely take and turn there from Fajardo. Fajardo still on it, a man on a mission, fighting against 2 Renegades opponents. And here comes the first little bit of extras here today.
Little chippy.
Quickly broken up, you gotta say. Tempers being kept in check, but see the replay here, Paul. Being grabbed from both angles.
Everyone does well, and there's a little bit of animation there, you know. But the ref's right there to stop it.
And respect to Fajardo there, he's having both of his arms tugged, and he manages to just pull in, say, hey, let go of me. No one's fighting. I'm just gonna win a free kick.
Yeah, and where's he going? He had no space. He had 2 defenders plus the sideline, which is almost like 3 defenders, and he was able to fish out the free kick somehow out of that.
We've played 1 of 6 added minutes here in the first half. We'll have some halftime interviews with our own Lexi Nicole coming up at halftime. Nate Abarea and Paul Caligiuri here with you in the meantime. We'll bring you second half play-by-play. See who's going to win this thing. 1-1 as it stands right now. Junior Rosero for New York. Luis Peralta for Miami. Miami, the way this first half's gone, you can't blame them for treating this like a real set-piece opportunity, despite how deep it might be. That one is sliced, and a whistle before the kick was taken, or are they going to give a free kick straight away to New York? I think it is going to be the latter. Foul called as soon as the ball went into the air.
You know, it's good what the referee does to calm the situation. He called it earlier, then he walks away.
We'll see here, Paul, what happened.
There's some pushing.
Yeah.
He sees it early. It's before the free kick. He has his hands up. But now he's talking to the 2 players.
Oh, so actually the free kick will be retaken. Okay, Miami maintain.
But the communication from the referee is spot on.
So still a Miami free kick.
Just remember, right before this, the free kick, he calmed the situation as well, right by the bench.
It's the bells of 3 o'clock ring here on the campus of UCLA. We've played almost 3 added minutes. This one's driven in and collected by Eric Edwards. Edwards is going to draw a yellow card from the opponent. I think it was Fajardo who's going to be called for trying to stand in front of the goalkeeper. That's a tough one for Fajardo there. It felt like Edwards had plenty of space to work with, but letter of the modern rule book, as we see here, Paul.
Well, he's shattering him. See, he's going after him. He moves right there. And right.
Still a couple of yards of space.
I'm not sure if that's a yellow card.
I'm not sure either. That's a tough one for Fajardo for how good of a first half he's played for his team, how much contact he's been dealing with, and that is how he ends up in the book. Second yellow card of the game. Both have gone to Miami.
Time of the first half of play. Yellow card received the play number 9, Santiago Fajardo.
Oh, what a ball. He takes it down. What a great touch. Watch this touch, man. He just brings it down.
Fantastic.
Softly. This battle keeps going, Woods and Peralta.
Luis Peralta, certainly the star of the show for Miami. He's got the goal, and it's been more than just the goal. Great touch, great spin over there on the far side. And here's a chance. This one's collected by Rosero. He couldn't go anywhere. Miami back with it. Mizrahi. Out to Peralta. Peralta attacking. Couple of step overs. Tries to clip one into the area. Taken down calmly. All forward to Milton Campos. Milton Campos to Junior Rosero. Right at the midfield stripe. In the middle of the park. Strong
great
challenge from Cachabue, and Cachabue draws a foul after winning it back.
He does great. Uses his body well. Everything about that play was perfect.
Guido Cachabue. This Miami team Strong presence of Argentine, Italian, Haitian, Venezuelan, Colombiano, Jamaican internationals out there. A very Miami flavor to this Miami United FC roster. And everybody pitching in. Again, you gotta say, they were probably the inferior team for the opening half hour of this game. Call it 32 minutes when the first New York goal went in. But from the time that New York scored to this moment right now, this game has absolutely been even. And the scoreboard reflecting it. Foul whistled on the far side. Not sure if a card is going to be shown. There were a few audible yelps heard from all the way over here, as it was Christian Garcia getting taken down.
It was definitely a foul, but it doesn't warrant a card.
Get one last look at it here. Ooh. Mizrahi living on the borderline there. We've played the 6 minutes. We're scheduled to be added on. Could there be one last chance here for New York? Look out for Dylan Woods. Dylan Woods has it knocked away by Braxton Richards, who's been playing on a yellow card since the 11th minute.
Yeah, you think of Woods, he's box to box. I mean, he's the right back getting forward now in the right side here. And I talked about this little battle between Peralta and Woods, and Woods gets forward as well. He's not just a defender.
The modern fullback, you got to be able to get forward. Talked all about the modern goalkeeper having to play with his feet. And the halftime whistle blows, and it's 1-1. A 32nd minute goal from Junior Rosero got New York in the lead. A 42nd minute equalizer from Luis Peralta got Miami back on even terms. An interesting first half. Felt like it had multiple chapters within it. As we saw that opening half hour plus, very much in favor of New York, Paul. But as we just talked about, Miami not only came back into this game, they tied this game and showed that they are here for real, that they are the equal of their opponent.
They are equal to the opponent, and this game did equalize after the goal with the Renegades. They went up, and they were dominating. It was just a matter of time before they got their goal. Certainly, Miami United's come back, and they played quality soccer to get their chance.
So momentarily, we're going to send it down to the field in our own Lexi Nicole. His name is Paul Caligiuri on color commentary duty. My name is Nate Abalrea. We've reached the halftime break here in semifinal number 1, Final Four Friday here in the UPSL. Deportivo Rose City and Central Kansas. That Portland, Oregon via Wichita, Kansas matchup taking place a little bit later this evening. 6 o'clock kickoff between Rose City and Kansas. We're going to send it down to Lexi Nicole, pitch side. Well, we'll hold off on sending it down to Lexi. We're back up here on the commentary gantry. Nate and Paul. New York 1, Miami 1 here at halftime in the first of our 2 semi-final affairs. And again, the goal scorers, if you're just joining us, Junior Rosero with a calm finish for New York in the 32nd minute. And 10 minutes later, a fantastic finish from Luis Peralta. Much more of a driven goal for Miami. A bit more power on that one. It was pure calmness personified on the goal from Rosero. Big credit to Rodrigo Descalso as well in the setup of that New York goal. And, you know, interesting, the storyline of Miami losing in the fall season semifinal last season, losing 3-0, and they've already scored more in this game than they did in that semifinal back during the fall season. And so we are going to keep it up here for a moment and send it to halftime, I believe, here at Drake Stadium. It's nice to be with you, and we will be back for second half action. Halftime here at Drake Stadium, UCLA. New York Renegades 1, Miami United FC 1. All to play for in the second 45. Stay with us. Get yourself a bite to eat. Get a refreshment. We will be back for the second half right here on the UPSL YouTube channel.
The wait is over. Final Four is here. This Friday, both national semifinals take place at Drake Stadium. At 2 p.m., New York Renegades take on Miami United. At 6 p.m., Deportivo Rose City battle Central Kansas United. 4 teams, 2 tickets to the championship. Don't miss it. Let the national playoffs begin.
le hace. Gastón, ¿cómo se escucha? 3, 4, 5. Se perdió aquí. A ver. No se le está perdiendo entonces. 1, 2. Tres, 1, 2, 3.
The wait is over. Final Four is here. This Friday, both national semifinals take place at Drake Stadium. At 2 p.m., New York Renegades take on Miami United. At 6 p.m., Deportivo Rose City battle Central Kansas United. 4 teams, 2 tickets to the championship. Don't miss it. Let the national playoffs begin.
Moments away from second half kickoff here at Drake Stadium on the campus of UCLA. Nate Abrea here with you. Paul Caligiuri will be rejoining us momentarily. 1-1 between New York and Miami here in semifinal 1. A couple of big first half highlights to show you. Was this half chance at the feet of Junior Rosero early on? Hopefully get a chance to show you the goal in the 32nd minute from Junior Rosero. This was the first chance of the game for Miami. You'd hear a little bit more from Luis Peralta later on in this first half. Peralta ended up being the one who scored the goal, the equalizer. There's another half chance early on, and then we'll eventually get to the goal right here. From the Renegades, slotted home calmly by Junior Rosero. That broke the deadlock. And then that brilliant chest down there. A half chest, half shoulder touch there from Fajardo. And then the goal eventually coming right here from the aforementioned Luis Peralta. Second half getting underway. Peralta slotted it to the near post for 1-1 as Miami very much came back into this game. New York, the opening half hour plus, were the better team. Renegades, the reigning champions, they beat Miami last season in the semifinals 3-0. You're thinking they had all the momentum, they had a 1-0 lead. Miami came back into this game, and Luis Peralta blasted one home to the near post past Eric Edwards for 1-1 in the 42nd minute. And as we get underway here in the second half, that is your scoreline. New York Renegades FC 1, Miami United FC 1. Nate Abarea and U.S. Soccer Hall of Famer Paul Caligiuri coming to you live from Drake Stadium on the campus of the University of California, Los Angeles, better known as UCLA. Teams have, of course, switched sides. Team from Miami, pink and blue, attacking from left to right on your screens here in the second 45. And Cachabue, with a big touch on the right wing, brings it back to the other side for Miami, and a blast goes wide at the near post. Goal kick to New York. Paul, your thoughts on that first half? We talked a lot about kind of the different chapters within the first 45. What do you think Miami's got to do to keep that momentum going here as we kick off the second half?
Yeah, good point. I mean, there was definitely momentum change in the first half, and now you think at the start of the second half, what was said on the benches? What was the coaching points? How are they going to come out in the second half? And already we see in a shot already dangerous for Miami United, and much different than how they started the game is different than how they're now coming out of the first half into the second half.
It wasn't until, I think, that shot from Peralta, maybe the first shot on goal for Miami the entire contest, is New York, who won 5 corners in that first half. They win another one 2 minutes in, the 6th of the game for the New York Renegades. Miami have none.
Yeah, and I think it was like 3 or 4 of them from the right side, like this one right now, and they're all in-swingers near post, and I wonder if they changed it up now going into the second half with these corner kicks.
It was quite repetitive. You definitely could tell something's been going on in the training ground with that near post, multiple players attacking the near post hard, and they try to go that way again, kind of caught in between there, and it ends up right in the hands harmlessly of Acerbi. Acerbi clears out, plays it to the feet of the Miami United star of the show, Luis Peralta. Player onside. On the far side is Noah Gutierrez. No, the offside flag goes up way late there.
And that was a way late flag.
Way late flag, and I gotta say, it might not have been an accurate flag, and the Miami bench certainly agrees. This is one of the rare occasions where you might have had the best view in the house for that offside call.
Yeah, he may have waited to see if the Miami United player would get on the end of it. But it was a late flag. Regardless, he got the call right.
I know you've been a player. I know you've been a coach. Were you ever a referee, Paul?
You always ref when you're a coach.
Okay. Well played.
Even as a player in practice, you think you're a referee. I have a lot of respect for the referees, for sure.
Eric Edwards. Booms clear. Cleared back the other way. Is this one going to stay in bounds and turn into more than a clearance? It will. And that's a foul over on the far side. And considering the attacking options there that Miami had, you got to think maybe a yellow card's going to come out. And it will.
Ouch.
Yellow
that
card.
battle was the entire time. Woods and Peralta.
Dylan Woods with a yellow card at minute 50.
We talked about that in the first half, as Dylan Woods was getting up, going up, but also he had to deal with Peralta in the back. And it seems like Peralta's getting the better of it, especially now, he sits with a goal. He got the goal, and now he's drawn a yellow card against Woods. So there's a lot of things to think about for the coach on the bench, and we're going to keep Woods in there.
Third yellow card of the game, Paul. The first one shown to the Renegades, to the reigning champions of the UPSL. Looking to go back-to-back. Miami not making it easy. Yeah, Miami United, in fact, with a chance to take the lead here.
Yep, each team has one on their outside backs, has a yellow card.
Definitely a storyline to keep an eye on, a narrative to follow as this game goes on. Both teams like to attack up those wings. Left-footed service is a decent one. Maybe needed to be a bit further out. It goes into the hands of Edwards.
It was a decent, interesting one, I like to put that little tag on there.
It had us wondering. I think it had more than just us wondering. But it ended up in the hands of Eric Edwards. And now, nice turn here, and a chance for Fajardo. The shot.
What a turn.
Wide.
That was a great turn. Very strong, but yet good touch. Stayed with it, even to get the shot off. But you see the defender got a little flick on it prior to the shot coming.
That last touch is what took Fajardo off there, as Paul was talking about it. Brilliant turn, brilliant control there from Santiago Fajardo, who was instrumental in that equalizing goal scored by Luis Peralta back at minute 42. So the Renegades in black attacking from right to left on your screens here in the second 45. Press into the Miami half. Out wide right with Dylan Woods. It's given away. Back with Braxton Richards now for Miami. Given away as well. A few loose passes here. Ball kind of bouncing around. And they say offside. It was another close one. Fajardo deemed to be ahead of the last man.
Close, but no hesitation on that one.
No late flag on that occasion. Have to take the kick from the accurate spot. Beautiful kind of golden hue around us. The old brick architecture. This gorgeous historic campus of UCLA. Late afternoon. Coming up on 3:30 in the Pacific time zone.
Yeah, sometimes we talk about the obvious, the pass, the shot, the goal, the save. But Milton Campos right here getting the ball has been a workhorse for the Renegades. In great positioning, got that touch right before the shot, that prevented from the Ferrara to get a clean shot at it. But also in position stopping the Miami
Here's
United.
A drive from distance and a big save from a Serbi, and it's going to trickle out for a corner kick. I beg your pardon. It was Rivas. The big chance created. It's going to be the 7th corner of the game.
What a shot by Rivas. That was easy, 25-plus yards out.
And in the end of it, was not an easy save for a Serbi, as that thing was dipping. He kept the hand strong enough to paw it wide.
Low, far post, always dangerous.
In swinging with the right foot. Kind of lofted all the way over everybody, and it's going to be chased down. Descalso, Junior Rosero. Miami get it back from that New York front line. All the way back now with Gilmar Campos. Gilmar Campos. Oh, great takeaway from Miami. But again, the Miami front line not timing their runs all too well. Not giving their midfielders anything to play to, but great holding play there for Luis Peralta as he wins a free kick.
Yeah, Ferraro's timing was not really the best right there, and really forced him to keep the ball at his feet.
And he does so and draws a foul.
Yeah, Woods has a yellow card, so he's got to be careful over there. So I'm sure that he's going to let that play go.
Yeah, Peralta.
Especially up at the center line.
Luis Peralta. He's got a goal to his name, and he's trying to get another one. Trying to contribute in any way he can. 54th minute.
You know, this direct play is something we saw early on in the game, and now you're seeing it again. The long balls, direct play.
It was early on in that first half. We were talking about the game being kind of a feeling out, bit of a standoff period in the opening 10 or 15 minutes before this thing really opened up. And now Acerbi's way off his line. It's going to be headed back into the 18. He chests it down.
Yeah, he was in between. Do I go out and get the ball, or does the center back the ball? What a great save. That was low and hard far post. Acerbi makes a great save. Parallels it out wide for the corner kick. What great skill.
Cachabue has had some great skill moments in this game, but New York back with the ball. And a chance here now for Ruiz. Sebastian Ruiz. Rosero. Back to Ruiz. Ruiz trying to get by that last defender. He can't do so, and here come Miami. Mizrahi, a player who won it, carried it out initially there for Miami. Is that one going to stay in on the far left side? It will. This game slowing down a little bit. Maybe another feeling out stage could be upon us. A few loose passes from each side to start this second half. You know, Paul and I were talking off air at halftime. Once this game opened up, those final 10, 15 minutes of this first half were great for the neutral. It's really an advert for the UPSL, seeing both teams really going for it. And you don't want to blame anybody. It's a semifinal game, definitely some nerves, definitely a lot of strategy in play. It feels like both teams are clamping down a little bit to start the second half, Paul.
They are, but you see the ball moving more side to side than in the opening part of the first half.
The first half, yeah.
And I think these two teams have, it does open up the play, right? Moving the ball side to side, open things up the middle, but they've a little more balance. At times they play very direct, and sometimes they move side to side. So I think the momentum is going to constantly change in the second half with it'll go in different phases.
Oh, great hold-up play effort there from Fajardo, who was also on a yellow card. Picked up a yellow card for shadowing the opposing goalkeeper. The 3rd minute of first half added time.
Yeah, it was outside the box. That was kind of interesting.
Somewhat controversial. Definitely not approved of by the referees on the Miami bench. Braxton Richards takes a nasty one to the midsection, gets right back up though, as Miami United draw the free kick right on the halfway line.
Oh, yeah, gives him a little elbow to the chest.
Right to the chest, right to the ribs. And was the Miami player on side here? Flag stays down, it doesn't matter. Ball's won back by New York. Matthews Cariel. Great touch there from Braxton Richards. Space opening up now, just as we're talking about it. Here's Braxton Richards again. Braxton Richards drives one from about 30 yards.
No, that's more than 30 yards. It's probably a 35. A little ambitious for me. I mean, Braxton Richards, he does great stealing the ball and getting the play right here. He steals it, steps up, good first touch like you mentioned, and he plays a through ball, but then he gets it back. I mean, that's ambitious. But if he hits it, hey, we're all cheering like what a goal of the year for sure.
Hey, a defender who can also play in the midfield, blasting one, a bouncing ball with the left foot from deep. I feel like I've heard a similar story before. I'm just saying.
It wasn't quite that far, please.
Yours had a little more loop on it as well.
I did have the same ambition for sure.
I've never seen a ball loop like that. I've watched a million shots in my life. I don't think I've ever seen a ball hit quite like that one. If you know, you know. The shot heard round, some say the world, some say the shot heard in Nick Webster's living room.
I don't think there.
He was in the States at that time, our good friend. I think he just arrived to the US of A from his native England. Compliments to one of the great moments in US soccer history. And here in the 2026 UPSL season, it's the New York Renegades pressing forward, looking to regain the lead. Sebastian Ruiz has it knocked off his shin. In the end, it'll go out for a Miami United throw. And we're going to have our first substitution of the game.
That's great one-on-one defending on the outside there. I mean, Ruiz is a very tough player to mark, and he gets running at you with space. It's difficult.
I want to get confirmation of the sub here.
Noah Gutierrez playing on the right back has done really well for Miami United.
So Junior Rosero,
he's walking off,
is coming out of the game. One of the best players on the field today and the goal scorer for New York Renegades.
The substitution for Miami United MC carries in a 59th minute of play. Exiting the bench for Miami number 20.
Eric Edwards.
Junior
That's
Rosero.
not.
Entering the bench, play number 15.
It's not Eric.
Not
Francisco
accurate,
Flores.
unfortunately. We'll get a correction on that momentarily. The number 16. It was not the number 16, Eric Edwards, saying I'm not being subbed off.
Francisco Flores.
Number 5 coming on. Number 15, Francisco Flores. We have confirmation. Francisco Flores on for New York. Number 15. So Francisco Flores replaces Junior Rosero. And a penalty's been given. A penalty's been given to New York. And the Renegades, few Renegades players are calling for a last man red card. We'll see the replay here, Paul.
Descalso.
Descalso was taken down by Collazo.
I mean, you take out Rosario and you bring Descalso in the middle, and within 10 seconds, Descalso draws a PK.
And we'll get
it's
one.
clear.
We'll get
You know,
another
he's
look
making
at
them
it
on the
here.
ball. The entry ball's there, and they trips up.
Yeah, the
That's a foul.
grab of the shoulder there by Collazo.
It's the grab of the shoulder and the feet get tangled up right there.
And I understand the cries of the last man idea there for New York, but I feel like there was another defender close enough where you don't want to try a guy double jeopardy style.
There's no need for it. You have the keeper on a one bouncer, probably
Yeah.
comes out and gets that.
Yeah, but as far as any red card, I think Collazo gets off with just the penalty. I think punishment enough.
Descalso, he draws it too. Don't kid yourself. He's a striker.
He knows what he was doing. So here we go. Sebastian Ruiz, here in minute 62, facing off against Franco Acerbi, who saved a couple of penalties in a shootout to help Miami United get to the semifinal. Here is Sebastian Ruiz for the team from New York City, looking to go back-to-back in 2025 and 2026 here in the UPSL. Awaiting the referee's whistle, Sebastian Ruiz to give New York a 2-1 lead. Oh, it's saved! Acerbi's done it again! Acerbi saves another penalty, and look out the other way. Miami have numbers. It's 3v2. Oh, there was an open man on this near side, and it goes out for a goal kick, end to end in about 8 seconds there, but back to the penalty save from Acerbi with the feet. Any means necessary. Doing what he does best and saving penalties for Miami
United.
United.
A lot of confidence. You know, he saved those other shots, getting Miami United the opportunity to reach the semifinals. And certainly he's pumped up. He's been having a great game, but that was the save of the day for sure.
Wow. Just wow. Completely shifting the momentum of this game. Sebastian Ruiz could not put it home, and Acerbi keeps this game tied at 1. Biggest play of the day so far. We're talking about all-the-year-old goalkeeping pals from over the years of your playing career. As here's Miami pressing forward. Will they have their first corner of the game? They will. One last look at it here. And he kept the 1 foot on the line, completely legal. You watch the back foot here. Timed it to perfection. Saved it with the other foot. Kick save and a beauty from Franco Acerbi. My goodness.
Timing, technique was everything there. Acerbi did it perfectly well.
Goalkeeping clinic that would have made the likes of Brad Friedel and Tim Howard proud. 64th minute, first corner of the game for Miami. It's in near post. It bounced. In a danger area, they still have it. Boys in pink and blue. This one's driven low and easily hauled in by Acerbi's opposite number, Eric Edwards, who tries to have a piece of quick distribution. Rodrigo Descalso, as this game has certainly opened up here in the last couple of minutes. It's going end to end like a basketball contest now, as Ruiz is certainly playing with a bit of anger for Renegades. After having that penalty saved, does he try to shoot again or does he try to play one in? It's the latter, and it doesn't come off. And Miami have a chance to head the other way from left to right. 65th minute here at Drake Stadium, UCLA. Somehow, some way, thanks to Franco Acerbi, it's still 1-1 between New York and Miami. A lot of contact in the midfield. Ruiz is taken down. They take the free kick quickly and give it away. Oh, a difficult one there for the Renegades.
It's not a bad idea. 60-yard ball, switch the point of attack.
Look out here, quickly on the throw. Knocked back. Oh, Fajardo. Almost has it. Fajardo gets it back now. Fajardo shoots with the right foot. Just wide.
I think Edwards had that covered, but certainly it didn't miss by much. Here, bad clearance off your player, but look at the shot. Just near post, and just, I think Edward has it covered, but certainly that's a dangerous shot, without a doubt.
We have another substitution upcoming. Looked like 24 out. Oscar Rivas. We'll await confirmation of who is coming into the game.
The substitution for New York Renegades occurs in the 66th minute of play. Exiting the match for New York Renegades, number 24, Oscar Rivas. Entering the match, play number 9, Renaud Rances.
So Renaud Rances coming into the game for New York. Oscar Rivas coming out. Big shout out to any family and friends of Franco Acerbi watching this game. He's developed a bit of a reputation. It's a penalty kick saver.
PK killer.
PK killer. And look out here, a moment of confusion. And could it be 2-1 for Miami? It is. Guido Cachabue puts Miami United in a shock lead out of absolutely nothing. A mix-up at the back for New York, and Cachabue makes it 2-1 for the boys from South Florida. The reigning champions are up against the ropes. Paul Caligiuri.
I mean, a huge mistake. I mean, you got Edwards but the ball bounces differently. You know, between the defender and the keeper, they're not sure who's going to get it. But right there, the ball kind of sticks to the turf. But was there a handball? That's the question.
Well, no VAR here in the UPSL. It may have come off the left arm of Guido Cachabue here.
Yeah, a little chest, arm, shoulder. Cachabue gets away with it.
Ooh.
And Miami United.
Oh, we talk about the Argentino contingent, the Argentine connection with Miami United. Perhaps un poquito de mano de Dios on that one for Miami United. I don't want to go out on a limb there. It was up the arm, maybe with the shoulder, but upon further review, I think there are a few people who may consider that altering the path of the ball intentionally with one's arm. And you know who cares not one bit about anything we're talking about right now? Guido Cachabue and everybody on the Miami United side. Paul, Miami lead 2-1.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I mean, when you think of the penalty shot save, they almost came back on a counterattack and scored. So this game's still wide open. It's not over yet.
And now New York really have to go for it, and we'll see if Miami kind of revert back to that more defensive style that we saw early on in this game, or if they try to go for the kill and try to go get a third goal right now. We shall see. All to play for. Plenty of drama. Pleasure to be with you here on the UPSL YouTube channel. Nate Abarea and Paul Caligiuri. We're enjoying this thing. Hope you are as well. New York Renegades fans and players and coaches probably not enjoying the moment. They might be getting a little bit weary right now as we're halfway through this second half. And in a game that after 32 minutes, it looked like New York were in complete control of. They had a 1-0 lead, dominated possession. Miami didn't have a shot on goal until the 42nd minute. That was, of course, the equalizing goal off the right foot of Luis Peralta, and then off a horrible mix-up at the back. Guido Cachabue makes it 2-1 for Miami. The 68th minute.
We're going to see it evening up on yellow cards now.
Yeah, second yellow card to New York here.
Another outside back.
It was Christian Garcia, I believe, receiving the yellow card in the 70th minute.
Now, you wonder if that's like out of frustration, you know, because he had that miscommunication with the keeper.
Well, and how do you recover from something like that? I know you've had moments in your career where a moment like that happens. It's absolutely devastating, but you have to recover. There's still time left in this game for your team to go get an equalizer, but I mean, it's easier said than done.
I think that foul that led to the yellow card is just a sign of frustration.
Yeah.
You know, and it could be a frustration based on a moment where your team has clearly has the momentum, but yet you give up a soft goal like that.
Yeah.
And it does stop the play. But now the play is even more stopped because you have a bigger issue, and that's the goalkeeper who just made that great save of the PK.
Uh-oh.
Acerbi's. Is he tightening up?
I think he's
hamstring?
Just stretching out. He told the ref he's fine. He's just going to stretch out with these cramps. It's going to be a substitution first of the game for Miami. We'll await confirmation on this change before we let you know.
The substitution for Miami United FC occurs in the 71st minute of play. Exiting the bench for Miami
we
United,
had
number 20, Guido Cachabue. Entering the bench, play number 17.
Cachabue is one of the top players. He's out now. No, he's still in. He's taking the free kick.
Yeah. So Guido Cachabue is still in the contest.
What a ball.
Plays a brilliant ball. Here is Cachabue. Cachabue. Fighting through more contact, eventually won back by the Renegades.
He called that handball. That's unintentional. He doesn't see it, but you know, it's clearly a handball. It jumps and it hits his arm right there to flick on.
Guido Cachabue still fighting through.
Every time he gets on the ball, he demonstrates some high skill level. You know, using his body to receive it or shield it right here, and then keeping his balance. Yeah, his hands on the ball. I don't know why he didn't call that, but he gets up and somehow he draws the foul, even picking up the ball with his hands. He's a very talented player, Cachabue.
The substitution for the New York Renegades occurs in the 73rd minute of play. Exiting the match for New York, number 23, Dylan Woods. Entering the match, play number 3, Eric Turcios.
A big chance for Miami, nearly a golazo right there. We'll get a chance to see the replay here.
Doesn't miss by much. Well, half volleys hits the side netting, but outside the goal.
Again, half volleys with the left foot, something you know just a little bit about. Sebastian Ruiz with the throw. Trying to final confirmation that New York Renegades substitution from moments ago. I'll let you know who came into the game. Eric Turcios, number 3, is into the game. But look out for Miami at the other end. Oh, still a chance here for Fajardo, Santiago Fajardo, but he's trapped into the corner, and he can't win the corner. It's kept out. Kept in play, I should say.
Kilmar Campos does a great job of slowing the play down to eventually get relief.
Comes Miami again, trying to create more havoc at the back for New York. A lot of contact in this game, a lot of strength being showed by both sides. There was a ton of contact there in about a 5-second spell. Not a single player went to ground, Paul. Everybody showing their true grit and courage here as we approach the final quarter hour of this contest, unless there is an equalizer to be found by New York Renegades. It was Eric Turcios, by the way, coming in just about a minute ago, the substitution for New York Renegades, replacing Dylan Woods, who was on a yellow card, and now you feel like New York are getting a little desperate. And what a run here from Braxton Richards. Braxton Richards drives one from distance. I'm not sure if he scuffed that one or if he was shooting on purpose.
Richards took the shot from 35-plus yards earlier. He does it intentionally again. I mean, this doesn't miss by much. I mean,
and he
must be familiar. He's confident with that left foot for sure, taking shots from distance. And Miami United keeps coming.
He had Edwards scrambling, and what is the stoppage here? Are we calling for a hydration break? Or?
It's not necessarily an official hydration break, but now it is.
Well, at the 76th minute, there's a stoppage in play, and some New York Renegades players are complaining about something. And I think we're just going to call this an unofficial.
Unofficial official. It's become official.
The second half hydration break. The second half hydration break will last no more than 3 minutes in length.
You know, I kind of like this because now you have a potential coaching point or two.
Yeah.
And just like when you start a game or you start the second half, now you start out of the hydration break, and you could kind of anticipate or you predict what may or may not happen.
I just would love to know why we didn't have one in the first half. If we're going to have one here, why did we not have one in the first 45?
We had that in the first 45.
I feel like there was some confusion. This was a great opening goal. What a ball that was, and then what a finish here. Calm as you like from Junior Rosero, who was then removed from this game.
Early.
Rather early.
I thought a little early, but you know, I think how he walked off the field.
Yeah.
And we're discussing who's coming on, who's coming off. I don't think he was happy.
No. And then this was the equalizer in the 42nd minute as it falls to Luis Peralta, and he picks his spot near post and blasts it.
Here's
home.
the turn, and then there's the rebound. Watch this juke. Whoop. And then near post.
Oh.
I mean,
and that was Paul, that was a thing of beauty to equalize the score for Miami. I wouldn't necessarily call the go-ahead goal that Miami got in the second half a thing of beauty. This was a big turning point in the game. It was a penalty to New York and a big save. You could say the play of the game right there from Acerbi. And then, see, well, we won't get a chance to see it there, but it was a bad mix-up at the back
so
for
that
New York.
Penalty kick save was play of the game on a positive side.
Yeah.
The mistake in the back.
Biggest play of the game on a negative side. Absolutely.
Exactly.
And then Miami picked up the pieces and scored from. And here's a chance for them to try to get a third. So the second half hydration break has concluded after that brief bit of confusion. And it looks like Santiago Fajardo is being called over to be shown a yellow. Fajardo's on a yellow.
So is...
And what is happening here? This is a moment of suspense as the referee is checking in.
Kaseabui is over there because he knows. He's trying to prevent a red card.
Oh, boy. Well, you saw a yellow card being brandished. That yellow card has now been put away.
I think Kaseabui actually talked the referee out of it.
Kaseabui has a lot of experience, and I think that may have been what happened. So we'll see the incident here. It's a little slap to the arm. A couple of slaps going both ways, and I feel like that's completely fair for no card to be shown, especially in the 79th minute of a semifinal affair.
I think they both sit on yellows.
Yeah.
Either way.
Right. I mean, what are you going to do? Send them both off, send one off there. Feel like nobody's hitting anybody in the face, nobody's hitting anybody below the belt. I feel like that was just a couple of light slaps, but you see the yellow card being brandished.
He has it out.
I mean,
he's pointing.
Maybe he's holding it as a threat. Maybe he's holding it and saying, keep your distance from
me.
it.
And look at him. He goes
And
right to the ref right
Kaseabui.
away. He goes right to the ref right away. Hey, come on, ref. Both of them were doing it.
Here's a chance for Fajardo. No whistle. Fajardo. Oh, can't get it through. New York Renegades trying to get the ball back and find an equalizer. Otherwise, their season will be over. To traveling 3,000 miles out here to L.A. Both these teams long distance traveling over the last couple of days to get out here for the Final Four. Both these teams will play on Sunday. However, as it stands right now, it'll be the reigning champions not able to defend their crown. They'd be playing in the third place game on Sunday. Another substitution upcoming for Miami. We'll let you know what it is as soon as we have final confirmation.
This substitution for Miami United FC occurs in the 81st minute of play. Exiting the match for Miami, number 9, Santiago Fajardo. Entering the match, play number 29, Nicolas Prada.
So Santiago Fajardo, after that second yellow scare moments ago, has been removed from the game.
Why risk it at that stage? It's like the guy has the card out. He's pointing at you. What more do you need to do as a
He needed a good
coach?
Needed a good defense attorney in the moment, and he had one in the form of Guido Kaseabui. Got him off scot-free. Nicolas Prada is the one who came in for Miami as they try to close up shop and book a ticket into the final on Sunday after trailing 1-0 in this game to a team they lost 3-0 to in the semifinals just last season. Guido Kaseabui has it knocked away. New York Renegades cannot keep possession the way that they were through so much of this game. Frustration showing. Miami.
Prada.
Look out here. Kaseabui scuffs the shot wide with the right foot.
Lazasso on the side was displaying some serious skill. Up till now, I've been really had my eyes on Kaseabui with his skill. I think Miami United's really stepping up, and they dropped 5 in the midfield.
Yeah, they've come into this game so much. Again, so many mini chapters, mini segments within this contest.
They had adjusted. They went from a 4-4-2
exactly
to a 4-1-4-1. A little more defensive, but yet still have that extra player in the midfield against the 4-3-3 system.
Sasso tries for the turn there, doesn't come off. And here come the Renegades. Sebastian Ruiz tries to center it. It's boomed out for a throw. 83 minutes gone. New York Renegades 1, Miami United 2. 7 minutes plus added time away from a spot in Sunday's UPSL finals. The bells of 4 o'clock ring here at UCLA. Drake Stadium, the venue. Is there another twist in the plot before we're done in this one? No whistle. Low drive is blocked. Miami maybe with a chance to counter. Ruiz can't get it back for New York, and there is the long ball as they try to send Luis Peralta through. Pardon me, that was Prada.
And he's fresh off the bench, so he's got the energy to step up and attack.
And here is Prada. Lizaso, Ramiro Lizaso, came into this game about 15 minutes ago. Oh, look out here, Mizrahi, Mizrahi, Mizrahi! Goal! Is that the killer blow for Miami United FC? They take a shock 3-1 lead against New York Renegades after trailing 1-0. 3 unanswered goals, capped off in the 85th minute by Mizrahi. Cool as you like with the finish. Brilliant build-up. Cuts onto the right foot and places it past Edwards. Paul Caligiuri, they're 2 goals to the good Miami. They got 1 foot into the final.
Yeah, when you start to think about the substitutions with Prada coming in, holding the ball and giving to Lizaso, and Lizaso making this great through ball to Mizrahi, and that's a great outside the foot cut in and simply buries it near post. But you wonder, those 2 substitutions with Prada and Lizaso, has it fatigued the fatigue of the midfielders for the Renegades is taking effect late in the game now, allowing Miami United to capitalize, and certainly it was a clinical finish.
Wow. Just wow. Not what the odds makers were expecting for this game. You talk about New York Renegades, reigning champions, and one of the favorites to win it all again, and trying to go back-to-back. So the players from Deportivo Rose City and Central Kansas are making their way into Drake Stadium, and it looks like they may be looking at the finalist in the form of Miami United. They'll play the winner of that second semifinal. However, still time. There will be a healthy dose of stoppage time as well. Look out here, and that is a risky challenge in the 18. No penalty given. Ruiz tries to clip in. It's headed out. Great defending at the last there from a couple of different Miami players. Ruiz again. Flip forward for Restrepo. Oh, another big chance for New York.
And there was a series of 3 or 4 things that went on right there. The New York Renegades are not giving up. This is a questionable play.
Not sure if there's enough in it.
Definitely contact in the box.
Play number 99, Luis Peralta. Entering the bench is player number 19, Kevin Gliatti.
So Kevin Gliatti comes into the game. Bring you confirmation of who was removed on the Miami side. Mario Barrionuevo, or 25, entering the game. Host of substitutions in the last minute. Gilmar Campos was taken out of the game. Here's another chance for New York, though. Oh, it's lobbed in, and it's bounced over off the left foot of Rances. Oh, that was a real chance to bring it back to 3-2. We'll see on the replay here, Paul.
Incredible. Look at 3 guys around him. He's able to flick it over the defender's head, still has it. And look at this ball. Great play.
And there at the end, still the bounce goes over.
I mean, he saved the day. He has 3 guys around, flicks it up and over, still on the ball, and then nice little chip to his teammate.
Great thought.
Gutierrez right there to clear it.
And right here, that shot goes off the ground and over from Renaud Rances. 89th minute, Paul. 3-1 Miami.
Renegades know. They know that this is the time. They got to get at least a goal now to have a chance in added time.
They're going to need a miracle at this point.
We had 6 minutes added time before. You got to anticipate at least 6 minutes with all the drama that took place in the second half.
It certainly feels like that goal from Mizrahi going to shut the door on the Renegades season. And, you know, we'll talk about it in the postgame. We're going to talk about it, I feel like, for quite a while because it's such a big juncture of this game. But that penalty save from Franco Acerbi when this game was at 1-1 and Sebastian Ruiz had a chance to give Renegades a 2-1 lead from the penalty spot. That was absolutely the turning point of this semifinal. But here is the aforementioned Ruiz. Gets it through it to Descalso. Descalso can't get it out from under him, and he wins a corner.
Yeah, and I want to send everyone forward for this corner.
Seven minutes of added time.
Not a corner kick,
No
though.
corner was given. Ooh.
You know, you wonder, is this part of the 7 minutes? They're taking their time. You know, is it 30 seconds went by?
Right, and Acerbi obviously wants to kill off as much time as he can, but you don't want to draw a silly yellow card here. Create any drama in the final bits of added time. Get sent off for anything cheap. He's one of the biggest players for any team in the Final Four, Franco Acerbi. What a moment. Penalty save against Sebastian Ruiz. Oh, and Miami have a chance to really put the nail in the coffin there, and Edwards comes to the rescue for the Renegades. My goodness.
That was a mistake again. In the back, and that could have been a goal.
Nicolas Prada unable to put a fourth in for the boys from Miami. There's Prada. He's being tugged on. He goes down a little bit softly in the area. Play on, says the referee. New York, long ball forward. Headed out. Good defending. Good team defending from Miami.
Without a doubt.
I feel like we've been singing similar praises for Miami all game. Organized team defending. Also some great individual last-ditch defending moments. You gotta love the effort from Miami. No quit. This Miami United squad. And with this win, indeed, Miami will be qualifying automatically for next year's Open Cup. The U.S. Open Cup will include Miami United. Next edition. It's a tough break for New York Renegades. Very much value the Open Cup. Appreciate the history. Club founder Boris Linares talked all about it, how much the Open Cup means to Renegades. Here's Miami with a chance to finish this thing off in style. Here you go. The ball does not get through from Cachabue.
Cachabue
The score
and
will stay
Prada,
3-1.
They play well together, Cachabue and Prada.
It's such a fun tandem. And those Gliadis also getting in the mix there. It may have been a late challenge, late foul, and you got to make sure tempers don't flare here.
Well, they're flaring.
Well, and this is where it could get ugly, and hopefully calmer heads prevail, especially for the Miami side. You don't want to lose anybody going into the final.
Cool.
Oh, that's a late challenge.
Yeah, it's a late challenge. That's total frustration.
Oh, that's
a little bit.
Not a good look there.
Kind of embellished it a little bit. You go back to Serbia, he makes that save. It's not just they kept him off the board going up, 2-1. That was a critical moment, as we know. But it also seemed to lift and bring confidence to his whole team. I mean, Miami United started taking control of the game at that stage.
100%.
Unbelievable.
And it's amazing the emotions, the mental side of the beautiful game. A penalty save at one end, it really just lifts the spirits and lifts the passion, and it lifts the quality of every player out there on your team. One magical moment from a goalkeeper suddenly makes every outfield player feel twice as good. And there's a half a scrap going on off the ball, way away from everything.
In anticipation that Miami United holds on and wins this, we won't see a repeat. But hats off to New York Renegades FC. They played phenomenal. They've done great. I know there's still controversy going on the field. There's frustrations, as we talked about early on. These guys know each other. Yeah. They play with each other in the offseason. They know each other. They're not going to back off.
And it's popping off not only on the field, but also on the sideline as well.
Now you got coaches or someone on the field.
Both of the technical areas. And
send your assistant on the field and your reserve player to go out there and calm matters down, and sometimes it doesn't.
Well, now we got
guys with the shirts off out there.
We got people coming on with no shirts. Come on now.
It's unnecessary.
And this is where you hope maturity prevails. And again, especially for Miami, you've done everything right in this game. You've beaten a team that was favored to go back-to-back. You've done everything right in the semifinal. Don't blow it at the end.
They're kind of clever. You take off your jersey so the referee or we don't see their numbers. We don't know who's out there.
Yeah.
Antagonizing the situation. Those are clear red cards. Get them off.
We got to get these players off the pitch. We got to finish this thing off.
But you see Miami's very smart. They've come together.
Yep.
They went to a survey, and they're just huddled together. They're not going to do anything dumb. They know they're going to win this game.
There's no reason for any Miami player to be drawn into any extracurriculars here.
But I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, 6 that shouldn't be on the field at all.
Absolutely not. Again, not what we want to see in this moment. It's been...
Oh, one of them's our guy.
Well, I guess he can be out there when he wants to.
He's supposed to be. Everything calmed down when he went out there, right?
Of course, the Don's on the field. You gotta calm down when the Don's out there.
No.
Now there's a discussion. I mean,
are there going to be red cards shown? There's players coming off the bench. I mean, if you come off the bench onto the field, it should be an automatic sending off, but questionable identity situations, trying to mask their faces or not have a jersey on. And at a certain point, we haven't played maybe more than 30 seconds past the 90-minute mark, but we're coming up on 7 minutes past the 90. At what point do you just blow the final whistle here and
you don't. I think the referee's handling this well. I mean, it all starts here with the little hand. Look at that ball. I mean, clinical finish.
Well, this was the goal for 3-1. Oh,
has Edwards going the opposite way. It's this little cut right there, double cut.
Mizrahi, this touch from Mizrahi was the one that had you getting out of your seat in the moment. And look at that finish with the right foot.
It's like all the runs and the through balls we saw today, the combination play. And then, of course, in the individual talent, a lot of skill on the ball.
So
now you get a yellow card. You don't see any red cards.
A yellow and play on. After all that, that is our conclusion. one yellow card, and we move on.
It may be better because he's calming the game down. You start going there and throwing red cards
out.
and you could ignite it to be worse than what it is.
Yeah.
And the main thing is just control the game. The referee takes good positions far away from the bench and now far away from the other bench. You know, he's controlled it, pause. You know, you got to let it play out, right?
Yep.
I mean, you got probably like 3 minutes, 4 minutes left.
You would think, and we'll see if it is a calm and fluid and relatively respectful 3 minutes, or if we have just a wee bit more drama to unfold. We shall see. What we have seen today, soccer-wise, is Miami United never quitting. From 1-0 down to 3-1 up, 3 unanswered goals. Will they get a fourth? To the near post. It's cleared out. And Rances tries to give chase for this one.
Personally, ever since their Serbe save on the PK.
Oh, great ball from Richards out wide. We'll get back to that in a second, Paul. As Miami go forward for a fourth. Here's a chance here. There's men in the middle. He tries to take it himself.
Well, it goes in lines with what I'm
Prada.
saying. It's like this is what I've seen is the skill level rise. A Serbe save lets these guys start to dance on the ball.
Yeah, Prada.
He cuts out. He finds it. And, again, he looks for the beat the keeper. Edwards make a great shoulder arm save. But
I beg your pardon, by the way, that was Peralta on that. Prada was waiting in the goal mouth there, hoping to get the fourth.
And Peralta was our star in the first half. I mean,
Peralta scored that all-important equalizing goal way back in the 42nd minute. Short corner taken by Miami. We're in the 100th minute of play. Cachabue chips it up and over the opponent and gets on the end of it. Really,
You serious? You
showing
serious?
off the skill there. And there is the final whistle. And you hear the cheers audible from all the way up here on the commentary gantry. The cheers were coming from the Miami United bench. Miami are into the final with a 3-1 win over New York Renegades. No back-to-back UPSL championships for the men from the Big Apple. They go down with one heck of a fight today, and you gotta say they had their chances. They not only led 1-0, they had a penalty kick at 1-1, and what a moment it was. Franco Acerbi saving the penalty kick attempt from Sebastian Ruiz to keep the score at 1. 2 more goals were then scored by Miami. The go-ahead goal on a big defensive mix-up from New York, slotted home by Guido Cachabue, and David Mizrahi with the dagger at the end of it in the 84th minute for 3-1. 3 unanswered goals from Miami United to book a spot in the UPSL final. Paul Caligiuri.
What a redemption. I mean, you lose in the fall season, the semifinals, Miami United to Renegades FC 3-0.
3-0.
And now it's 3-1. So there's a redemption here. Now they find themselves in the final. Let's see some match highlights
A
here.
chance to go all the way back in this thing.
Look at that
Full
slot.
match highlights. That brilliant opening goal there, calm as you like, from Junior Rosero. And the storyline of Rosero in this game, definitely one to maybe have some second thoughts
Well,
about.
it's right at that timeline where the momentum shifted. You pulled
If you're just
out.
joining us, Rosero, the goal scorer for Renegades and one of the best players on the park for New York, was taken out of this game early on in the second half when the score was still at 1-1. This was the goal in the 42nd minute.
A little bit lucky there, but look at that. That's unbelievable skill.
Oh.
Juking the defender
Hola, 1, 2,
out
3,
of his
1, 2, 3.
shoes.
1, 2, 3, hola, hola.
Woo! And then all of a sudden just buries it near post. Edwards has no chance.
Great finish there from Luis Peralta. And that brought the score back to 1-1. That was the score at halftime. As you see Miami reinstilling belief. And now here was the penalty decision with Descalzo getting taken down by Collazo. And up steps Sebastian Ruiz, Paul Caligiuri, and there was Franco Acerbi as
There's
well.
not much argument there, but it's Serbe. I mean, look, you mentioned he keeps his right foot on the line, times it right, but then he makes the save with his feet.
And then here's the defensive mix-up, the costly mistake.
Cachabue, I mean, he's a smart player. I know it's a little bit controversial. Does he use his arm to do it? Get a touch past the keeper? but really it's the mistake. It's the communication between the defender and the goalkeeper there that allowed that opportunity even to happen.
And we're going to see now the third goal, the dagger from Miami United. Here it was with that excellent first touch here from Mizrahi to cut onto the right foot and slot it home.
Made it look so simple.
Miami made it look so simple in that second half, and this was case and point. Game over. That was it. 3-1. Your final score in favor of your first finalist of this 2026 UPSL campaign. As momentarily, we are going to send it down pitch side for some very special post-match scenes.
I'm here
hosted by our very own Lexi Nicole.
That was an amazing comeback. You guys were down 1-0 at the first half, and then you ended up drawing it.
Obviously, with the help of my teammates, I was able to score, and I think that gave us a lot of momentum going.
We're here with the Miami United CEO. Tell me your thoughts on that game.
This game was one of the best rewards that we get. Those guys deserve this and more. To come here, we had several bumpers on the road. That's something very important that happened to almost 6 players. And they play for the players that could not come here, could not make it here, not for their decision. But this club is amazing. It's the second Final Four back-to-back. And in the full season, we lost against this great team that is New York Renegades by this year, So I knew that we are unstoppable. So we deserve it, and now let's cross the finger for the final.
Absolutely, and you got our second goal to win the game. What was that like for you?
I trusted myself in that run, and I got the ball.
And good luck in the final. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Lexi, and congratulations to not only the players and coaches, but also the ownership and the entire Miami United FC family. 3-1 winners, and what a narrative that is, Paul. You already touched on it, and we talked about it a little bit in the build-up to this game last season, fall season of the UPSL 2025 semifinal. Final score, New York Renegades 3, Miami United 0. Didn't even get a goal. Flash forward to this next season, and they win by a final score of 3-1. That's going to do it for this first semifinal, Final Four Friday here at Drake Stadium, UCLA. Deportivo Rose City and Central Kansas will be kicking off at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Miami United are into Sunday's final. We'll be back for Deportivo Rose City and Central Kansas at 6 o'clock. We'll join you then. Cheers.